Eddie Essig Trucking in Slatington. He's got trucks. He's got trucks. Not a paid endorsement, by the way. But I'm going to wear this hat for as long as I feel like wearing this hat because Eddie Essig is a great trucking company in Slatington. He's got a driver named Brandon, who is our favorite driver at Ed Essig Trucking in Slatington, who's got trucks. Hey, did you know it's going to snow? It's going to snow. Well, frankly, it's snowing right now. Not here. The system that's coming to us, I see that everyone is finally talking about it the last couple of days. Hey, it's going to snow. Well, even though we've been talking about it for the last, week and a half, I think, saying there was an opportunity for the snow that is coming, that it would be coming. So the last couple of days, everyone's talking about it, hemming and hawing about what it's going to do, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, yada, 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 yada. We posted our first weather graphic, I don't know, 2 or 3 days ago, and we've been pretty consistent with what we said, generally 1 to 2 widespread, 2 to 4 probably for most of our area, with some pockets far north New England, southern Appalachians, even the Laurel Highlands could see some deeper snows. You get to New England, you can see double-digit snowfalls. Also, we've been telling you, as we always tell you, the system is going to be a track. Right now, the system, by the way, that we're at is right over Oklahoma City. The moisture is. That moisture is not necessarily the system that's bringing us the snow overnight tonight. The moisture is around Oklahoma City right now. But as it pushes to the southeast before making its turn to the northeast, because it's following the jet stream, it's made a very big dip, which has brought all those cold temperatures into our area. As that system moves into the lower Mississippi Valley, and actually northern Mississippi, the state of Mississippi, a low pressure system is going to develop. That low pressure system, as it develops over or around northern Mississippi, is what's going to bring us the snow. You see that little area down there, over the lower Ohio Valley, upper Mississippi Valley, around Mississippi. You see it moving into Tennessee, Kentucky, western Tennessee, western Kentucky right now, by the way, probably starting to see some snow. That system does not look like much right now. Yeah, because it's not. But as that system moves east and then slowly turns to the northeast and heads towards the coast, that low pressure system will develop, and that's what's going to become our storm. The question right now is, what does that storm do? As it takes that trek to the northeast and starts moving northeast to the coast and then off the coast, basically making a beeline for that precipitation, that line that you see out to sea right now off the Atlantic, making a beeline for that major body up to the north. That's basically where the line will be. If you draw a line from where that snow patch is right now around Mississippi, western Kentucky, and you draw a straight line from that to that moisture that's up off of Nova Scotia and maritime Canada, that main body. If you draw a straight line, that's basically where this system is going to trek. Maybe. If it does that trek, we're going to see what we've been saying, that 2 to 4 inches widespread, maybe some heavier snows to South Jersey, parts of Delaware. We'll see. It should exit the coast somewhere around Virginia. The Virginia coastline is where it should exit, I think. Exit the mainland United States around the Virginia coastline and move out to sea and then head north-northeast. That will bring us 2 to 4 inches widespread. You get up towards Honesdale and that, you'll probably get maybe an inch or two. You get out towards Somerset and that, you might get an inch or two, maybe a coating. But you get to southwest, the Laurel Highlands out in western Pennsylvania, out near Rob Cheney land, you could see probably maybe 6 to 8 inches of snow in those higher elevations in southwestern PA. And then again, South Jersey, Delaware, those years, it got hit really hard earlier this week, a few days ago. They could see the heavy snow again if it stays where we're saying it's going to go. Again, exiting basically off of Virginia and then moving to the northeast. There's some problems with that potentially, however, and let's talk about that real quick. If that system moves a little bit more to the north-northwest, that will bring in some warmer air from the south. That could cause some mixing of precipitation, some sleet mixing with the snow. That'll keep accumulation levels down. Assuming it maintained its momentum, we could get less than 2 to 4 inches. However, if that system stays offshore, goes a little farther offshore before it makes that turn, once it gets over the sea, the Atlantic Ocean, It's going to suck in a whole lot of moisture from the ocean. And if it stays offshore a little farther, we could see more snow than 2 to 4 inches. We could be looking at 4 to 8 inches of snow. Now, another issue. As it becomes the coastal system, it could deepen, strengthen Palmerton. Deepen for storm purposes means strengthen. Now, the real weather people like to use the term bombogenesis. It just basically means that the storm deepens, strengthens very rapidly. That's potentially a likelihood with this storm. Could it happen? Fucking absolutely. Will it happen? Maybe not. But it's a possibility. The point I'm telling you, the reason I'm telling you all of this is 2 to 4 inches right now, assuming what we're thinking right now it's going to do, is based on that. So again, it develops the low over northern Mississippi. It makes that turn towards the coast, goes off the coast around Virginia-ish, and makes that northeast turns and starts heading out towards sea, up towards maritime Canada. Closer to the coast, and maintaining the same speed that we think it's going to maintain, it'll be relatively quick moving. Probably see a 12-hour period of snow. For the Lehigh Valley and areas west, it'll start snowing before midnight. Maybe Jersey, you probably won't start snowing, especially coastal Jersey. May not start snowing until 1 or 2 in the morning. But generally speaking, it'll start snowing by midnight. The snow will last about 10 to 12 hours, so by noon Friday, it should be out of the area. The heaviest snow probably falling between midnight and the morning rush before it begins tapering off, and tapering off relatively quickly because the storm is moving very quickly. We only get 2 to 4 inches over that 10 to 12 hour period because there's not a lot of time for the snow to really fall because it's moving so quickly. If it deepens, it slows down, we see much more snow. And we could probably double the estimates we're having right now. Right now, we think 2 to 4. Goes farther out to sea, we see more, possibly twice as much than we're calling for at the moment. It's going to be a coastal system. Right now, again, northern Mississippi, the low is forming. It moves out towards the coast, it strengthens, it deepens, it goes out. Don't think it has a lot of time to get too strong for our area because of the momentum, how quickly it will be moving. But you get up to northern New England, you're going to see double-digit snowfalls, maybe a foot or more in northern Maine, because it's going to strengthen, deepen after our area and before it gets up into northern New England. If that happens sooner, the deepening, strengthening happens sooner, we see more snow. But right now, you can pretty much bank on 2 to 4 inches of snow for most of our region. Looks like coastal Jersey, South Jersey gets more. Looks like Delaware gets more. Those areas that got hit really hard a few days ago are going to be the areas for our region that get hit the most, with the exception of, again, the southern Laurel Highlands could see more snow, 6 to 8, maybe a little more. You get to northern New England, you get substantially more than our 2 to 4, and you could see 10, 12 inches of snow. Start snowing by midnight. It's out of here by noon at the latest. Temperatures are cold. Today we get around freezing. Tomorrow we're around freezing. And then Saturday, we're not really moving too far north of freezing. But Sunday, and we do 3 days here, but I need to talk about Sunday quickly, because Sunday we have another ice event potentially. We're going to have some moisture that moves in that's going to usher in that warmer air. So with that warmer air from the south, the air aloft gets warm enough for liquid precipitation to fall, rain. But the surface, because we're going to be at or below freezing for the next next few days, the ground isn't going to have an opportunity to warm up. So as that liquid precipitation falls Saturday night into Sunday morning, the ground will still be freezing. So the rain falls, hits the surfaces, and as you know, because you watch the weather, that freezes on contact, and we get freezing rain. Liquid rain, touch the surface, freezes, freezing rain. Heads up for that Saturday into Sunday. We called for that a couple days ago when it happened east of our region. We were calling for the eastern parts of our region to get it. Far eastern areas of our region got it. But I think it's far more of an opportunity for a much more widespread icing event for Saturday night into Sunday morning. If you're going to church, if you're going to hell, I don't know where you're going Sunday morning, but if you're going somewhere, Palmerton, I mean, if you're going anywhere Sunday morning, you might want to reconsider that, or at least be careful stepping out of your house so you don't fall on your ass. on your sidewalk or your dick or your driveway or whatever. It's going to be icy Sunday morning in a lot of places. And again, I think it's going to be more widespread than that. We'll post a map graphic at some point today with what I just explained to you. We'll put it in picture purposes for Palmerton. They like colors and pictures and things. So for Palmerton, we'll make a pretty looking map graphic and show you where we think this track is going to go, but also show you the discrepancies on what could potentially happen. To surmise it very quickly, the snow. Snows by midnight for most of our area, a little later perhaps to the east of our region. Stop snowing by noon, certainly by noon at the latest Friday. We see 2 to 4 widespread. As you get to Philly, to South Jersey, Philly to Delaware, there could be a sweet spot there where we see a heavier band of snowfall. So they could see upwards of 6 or maybe even 8 inches of snow in those areas. And again, out towards Rob Cheney and those southern Laurel Highlands, the higher mountains of Pennsylvania, where all those tunnels are in the turnpike, they could see 6 to 8 or so inches out that way as well. That's that. And then after that moves out Friday, we just stay cold, quite cold, around freezing today, tomorrow, and Saturday, with the icing event for Saturday night into Sunday. Okay, that's the weather. Let's talk about a couple other things very quickly. Let's talk about LehighValleyLive.com. Someone sent me a link to LehighValleyLive.com, and LehighValleyLive.com was asking how much snow we were going to get, and to figure out how much snow we were going to get and to convey to their readers how much snow we were getting, they used 3 sources: the National Weather Service, AccuWeather, and the Eastern Pennsylvania Weather Authority. I'm sorry, Eastern Pennsylvania Weather Consultants, because that's not, never mind. Why? LehighValleyLive.com has done an expose on Eastern PA Weather Authority, or sorry, Consultants. They have talked about them in depth. They've done an interview with them. I think they named them like Weather Source of the Decade or some shit. Not quite, but something like that. What is the love affair between LehighValleyLive.com and Eastern PA Weather? Now, granted, they have a much larger audience than we do, way larger, but they also charge for the weather. Like, you can get the basic weather. Like, this is what they would do. If this was an Eastern PA Weather Consulting weather thing, they would do this. It's going to snow tonight, and it's going to stop tomorrow. You want the details? Give us money, and we'll send you a special link to our app or a special secret members-only subscription service on our website so you can learn the details. We don't do that here. It's the weather, free weather. I just don't get the love affair with LehighValleyLive.com and Eastern PA Weather Consultant. Not that there's anything wrong with Eastern PA Weather Consultant. Go do your thing. It's cool. When we did our blanket and sleeping bag drive a few years ago, Eastern PA Weather Consultant donated some blankets to it, basically because they called them out. But the guy seems like a nice guy, I guess. He lives up in North Whitehall, I think, or Schnecksville or some Orfield or some shit like that. And so more power to him. I just don't get the love affair. I don't get it. Uh, and he's good at what he does. I said, well, okay, he's good at doing what he does, how he does it. But I think we're far more entertaining and more interesting. And I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It just makes me curious. Like, why? I just don't get the repeated attention there. How do you put the National Weather Service and AccuWeather and then throw in Eastern PA Weather Consult? I don't know. I don't get it. Inside this box, my friends. Inside, let me hold on. I got to get this just right. Inside this box right here is dun dun dun. I'll just take it out of the fucking box. This, my friends, can we see it, Chris? How's that? A little closer, perhaps? That, my friends, is the Weather Center 2021 Fucker of the Year ring. It's going to the male Fucker of the Year, Walt Sharpley, and to the female Fucker of the Year, Amy Sinati. That is the ring. There's the side, 3 rows of not diamonds. This side, 3 rows of not diamonds, and the top is encircled. Whoops, upside down. Is encircled in 3 rows of not diamonds. It's huge. Here it is on my finger. Let me show you on my finger so you can get a size idea. It's fucking massive. It's like a Super Bowl ring. In fact, it was modeled after a Super Bowl ring. So Amy, and Walt will be getting these. It's heavy as fuck too. That's solid. This thing, you can imagine punching, I don't know, Jim Cantori with this thing.
At
Just kidding,
at
Facebook.
softball, I can just
Yeah.
imagine Walt calling that ring the peacemaker while he's behind the
Listen,
plate.
Walt is going to be the lead umpire at the Classic 2, the second annual the Classic charity softball tournament on July 2nd up in Emerald. To benefit 8 local charities. 8 teams, 8 charities. The 8 teams, by the way, it appears they're sponsored. There's still 2 that I'm trying to get the final details on. It does appear that all 8 teams are sponsored. Registration is open, by the way. A few days ago, I thought it was going to be $75, up $25 from last year's registration fee. But after talking to the uniform maker and working some things out, it's only $50 again. Registration remains $50. If you're one of the people who already registered for the $75, last night, you got your $25 refund. So we're able to save you some freaking money. We could have just kept the $75 and been like, yeah, we need it. No, $50 is going to cover your uniforms and give about $10 to your team's charity. So hooray. If you'd like to register, please register. There's a link somewhere. It's all over our page. Go find the link. You register. It's $50. You get a team cap and you get a team jersey, custom jersey. You pick the number you want on the jersey, it goes on the front and the back. And you pick a name you want on the jersey, it goes on the back. They're beautiful jerseys. If you saw them last year or got them last year for the tournament, they're fucking wonderful. They're top quality. They're beautiful. Um, and they're fantastic. And quite frankly, for $50, you're not going to find those cheaper custom jerseys anywhere. They're well done. They're subliminated printing. They're not going to fade. They're not going to tear. They're amazing. Amazing. If you saw them last year. Mr. Graham, you saw the jerseys last year, correct?
Yeah, I was there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris. So in between dodging the raindrops, you saw the jerseys.
Yes,
And
they
were you
look good.
impressed?
Yeah, they look good.
They look really they look really fucking. Did you get yours, by the way?
No,
I have yours. Oh, I think I have a kickball one. I know I have something for you. I have
yeah,
one for you.
yeah.
I just remember it's kickball or softball. But anyway, softball, July 2nd, 8 teams, 8 charities. Um, you can register. It's $50. It's going to be a great fucking time. I will tell you that last year, the first one we did in July was amazing. Everybody had a good time. There was no bullshit. Well, there was no violence. There was no hostilities. And there was a couple of people walking the thin line between breaking the rules. But whatever, we're going to get ahead on that this year. So that doesn't happen again. Going back to the ring, Walt Sharpley will hopefully be wearing his Fucker of the Year ring while he's umpiring the games. Walt Sharpley will be the lead umpire, the head umpire for the tournament. We have some other volunteers who are umpiring. If you would like to be an umpire, it's free. Message us. Tell us you want to be an umpire. Tell us your name. Tell us your shirt size. Because you get a free umpire shirt. Yes, that's right. A free umpire shirt for volunteering to umpire. There are some rules for the umpires, but we'll get into that. There is a private umpire Facebook group, a private one. So once you say you want to be an umpire, and I say, okay, you can be an umpire, I will send you a friend request if we don't already have one, if we're not already friends. And then I can send you a link to the private umpire group. But I can't send you a link to the private umpire group until we're friends on Facebook. That's just a fucked up Facebook thing. Okay? Got it? All right. Is there anything, Mr. Graham, that I have not covered?
Well, first we have to say a big thank you to Snedersville Raceway for sponsoring the umpire shirts. We
Oh, yeah, I should
appreciate
say
that.
that. Yeah, why didn't I say that?
You
Snydersville
should.
Raceway is sponsoring the umpires. That's why you're getting free shirts, umpires, because Snydersville's covering that expense. So,
Yes.
Snydersville Raceway, thank you very, 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 very much. We appreciate you. We have appreciated you before that. We appreciate you still now. And thanks for covering the cost of the umpire shirts. Snydersville Raceway, who basically has no fucking rules, sponsoring the rule body of the tournament.
That is correct. Alex is commenting here saying that the umpires cheat. Um, that's coming from the guy who runs tech inspection for Snydersville.
The umpires cheat. The umpires do not cheat in the Weather Cares softball or kickball tournaments. Absolutely not. In fact, we stick to the rules. There are some beer rules, and we'll get into that in a few months here as we get closer to the tournament. There are beer rules, but that's not cheating. That's being the weather umpire.
That is correct. Also, Tom Tassi is saying no constables in July.
I can't guarantee that.
I kind of hope we do.
I will tell you that if constables do show up for this tournament, we will be prepared to record it.
Yes, we will be live on the air
My
for that one.
my biggest regret from the kickball tournament is not having cameras ready when the constable showed up. For
Yeah.
those that don't know, it's a kickball tournament. Someone who was registered to play in the tournament showed up, picked up the uniform, and at the same time, a constable came because the person had warrants for unpaid child support and got arrested at the kickball tournament.
Yes.
Phew. So that team became the
Before
jailbirds.
a ball was rolled,
That's correct.
about
Before
nine.
before all the players were registered,
Yes, we already had our
that
first
constable
arrest of the day.
that constable was on his game.
Yes.
The constable hit the only home run of the tournament.
All right, now there's something else that we have to talk about here. You're asking what
Ladies and
you've
gentlemen,
forgotten.
ladies and gentlemen, Ed Conton. You will come to know that name. Ed
Condon.
Conton. Ed Condon is a hero. He is a bona fide hero. You don't know his name yet, but you fucking will. Ed Condon of Palmerton. You know Butters the Squirrel? If you know the name Butters the Squirrel, Ed Condon is the reason you know Butters the Squirrel. Butters the Squirrel was in a park in Palmerton, the square, the big park in Palmerton. And Ed and Butters became friends. They befriended each other. I don't know who befriended each other first, but they became very good, close, tight friends. There is an Instagram page account called Ed and Butters. Ed and Butters on Instagram. Find it. You will fucking love it. It is videos and photos from Ed. There's Ed and Butters right there. There are videos on that account that will make you fall in love with Butters and Ed. Ed talks to Butters. Butters comes from wherever the fuck Butters is in that park, runs to Ed, sits on his shoulder, climbs on his shirt, sits on his arm, eats out of his hand. Ed would bring him special gifts, special treats. When other squirrels would try to get near Ed, Butters would get a little pissed off and start making these like little aggressive sounds as he's eating the pecans that Ed's bringing him. A couple years ago, pre-pandemic, Ed decided, well, Butters got hit by a car and Butters passed away. To memorialize that, Ed went to Palmerton Borough Council and said, hello, my name is Ed Condon. There was a squirrel that I used to feed in the park. I'm paraphrasing. I know what he actually said. It's something to the effect of, I'm Ed Condon. There was a squirrel in the park. I named him Butters. We became very good friends. I would feed him. We would chum. We would play together, yada, yada, yada. Butters was sadly killed by a vehicle that struck him. And I would like to put a plaque on a park bench. Well, the Borough Council of Palmerton voted, and they refused Ed's request to put a little memorial plaque on the park bench in the Palmerton Square Park. The Borough Council said no. Well, that was a travesty, and for a while there, during What You Can Expect Lives, I called out the Palmerton Borough Council, and I was like, that's bullshit. Why wouldn't you? Do you hate squirrels? Do you hate wildlife? What's going on here? And then it went away because the pandemic happened. Well, recently, I decided that that's not okay. We can't just let that happen. Butters needs to be remembered, and Butters needs justice. And Ed needs a little closure in that suddenly lost relationship because Butters was killed when he was hit by a car. So devastated, Ed went to the Borough Council, and Borough Council was like, fuck your broken heart. Fuck squirrels, fuck wildlife. We love poisonous water from zinc. And that's what happened. So, but we let it go after a while, and then recently I've been thinking that's not okay. That is not okay. That's what's wrong with society. We piss and moan about a travesty and injustice, and then all of a sudden it just fades away, and then the injustice isn't fixed. The travesty's still there. We're going to stop that. We're going to stop it right now. I have already ordered a plaque for a park bench. I've already ordered it. And it's going to say, in loving memory of Butters the Squirrel. That's all it says. No weather logo, no names on it, nothing. Just in loving memory of Butters the Squirrel. It's going to be slightly bigger than a business card. It's a black plaque with gold engraved letters on it. Suitable for a park bench. This next Tuesday, the 11th, Listen to me. Next Tuesday, the 11th of January at 7 p.m. is the next Palmerton Borough Council meeting. I'm going. I'm taking the plaque. And I'm going to, in the public presentation portion of the Palmerton Borough Council meeting, stand up there, introduce myself, hold up the plaque, go through a whole little biography of Butters, talk about him for a little while. If they'll let me do visual aids, I will have those prepared. In fact, I've got a blown-up picture of Butters the Squirrels going with me. But I'm going to go. I'm going to make a little presentation, and then I'm going to gift the Palmerton Borough Council the plaque. And B, I know you said before you wouldn't put the plaque on, so I will assume it's because you didn't want the taxpayers to foot the bill of the plaque. So on behalf of everyone who loves Butters the Squirrel and the park in Palmerton, we are gifting you this plaque to put on a park bench. The onus is now on you to put that plaque on a park bench or refuse to put this plaque that is already made and ready to go on a park bench in the park. I will tell you off the record that I've been speaking with some people in Palmerton that can make some decisions, and they fully support putting a plaque on the park bench now. There has been a regime change in the Palmerton Borough Council, my friends. There's been some new people. New blood has influxed into the Palmerton Borough Council. And the ones I've spoken to are in favor of this plaque going on the park bench in memory of Butters, in tribute to the relationship of Ed and Butters, and for all of us who love squirrels and rodents and wildlife. And quite frankly, it's a distraction from all the zinc poisoning that's going on in Palmerton. And I will bring that up too.
Peter, Jim Zegley Jr. has the rallying cry for the Palmerton Squirrels at the softball tournament.
Remember Butters?
Balls out for Butters.
Balls out for Butters. I like it. I like it. Now, next Tuesday, January 11th, 7 p.m. is the Borough Council meeting in Palmerton. I will be there at 6:30 outside the Borough Council building where they meet. Come. I want a lot of people to come. So many people I want to come.
Is this an official get-together?
This is not an official get-together. This is a very serious Operation Butters mission. This has been planned behind the scenes without mentioning it till they could make sure everything had fallen into place. Well, yesterday I was able to confirm that we have the plaque. I was able to confirm when the Borough Council meeting is going to be. I even spoke with Ed himself, and he's excited about this. I imagine he got weepy-eyed. And Butters is looking down on us right now with approval. So for Ed, for Butters, for their relationship, and for everybody out there who has been unjustly denied, Operation Butters. Meet at the Palmerton Borough Council meeting at 6:30. It starts at 7, and I will be speaking on behalf of all of you against injustice, against travesties. I will be standing up for what is right. I will be standing up for Ed and for Butters and for their memory, to keep it alive, to promote interspecies harmony. That's weird. 6:30, show up in Palmerton at the Borough Council meeting. Let's go. Let's show up. All of you. Let's fucking go. I know someone with a squirrel costume, like a squirrel mascot costume. That might make an appearance. It might stand right next to me as I do my presentation.
I'm seeing in the comments here, if they refuse, let's all show up with torches and pitchforks. There's no need for torches and pitchforks yet.
It's not January 6th.
Yes, it is.
January 11th. It's January 11th, the meeting.
There is no need for torches and pitchforks.
There will be no Palmerton insurrection, okay? I will tell you this. If we get denied again, I may or may not chain myself to the podium. I'm not even joking. I may chain myself to the podium. It will be so much good attention to the weather. It'll be fantastic.
Christopher Herman is asking, are you going live?
I have to check on the rules. If you're able to broadcast live from within the borough council meeting, you're goddamn right I will be. Otherwise, we'll do it outside beforehand and outside afterwards. 6:30 Tuesday, January 11th. Dear God, please come. Please, as many of you as possible, come. Make signs. Get construction paper. Get poster board and write "Remember Butters" or "Operation Butters" or "Plaque, please," or something. Come up with some creative sayings. We'll come up with some creative sayings and give them to you so you can make signs. But let's fucking go way over the top on this. This is like the equal rights marches of the 60s. Sort of. Okay, not at all. But we're doing this for Butters. We're doing this for Butters. Ed Yessick Trucking would do this for Butters. He has trucks. He's in Slatington. Let's fucking go. Let's do this. January 11th. Meet at 6:30. The meeting starts at 7. Message the page if you're going to attend. I need to know how many people I can expect. Message the page. But let's do this for Butters. Operation Butters is a go!
Rich Young says he has a chain for you.
I got a chain and a padlock. Bought him yesterday when I found out I was getting the plaque. I'm not even kidding. I might chain myself to the fucking podium.
Mm-hmm. An act of civil disobedience.
Or perhaps I will go to the double doors that lead into the chamber, and I will chain those doors closed with me chained to the doors. That'd be a fire hazard.
Yeah.
No way of egress. That's probably a bad idea. Not that any of this is not a bad idea, but we're doing it. I'm doing it. If I show up alone, I'm doing it. I'm taking a plaque. I'm taking a big, giant, oversized, blown-up picture of Butters, and I'm going to make a presentation. I'm going to plead for the plaque in memory of Butters. In fact, I might even ask for a moment of silence for Butters while I'm doing my presentation. It's going to snow tonight, by the way. Start before midnight for most of us. Perhaps a little after midnight, areas to the further east of the Lehigh Valley metropolitan area. 2 to 4 inches, generally speaking, a little more to South Jersey and Delaware, and the lower Highlands, far northern New England, yada, yada, fucking yada. Southern Appalachians, they'll see more too. Right now, 2 to 4, but that could change. That could change drastically. Just go ahead and watch the beginning of this Y sale, and you'll find out how and why that could change drastically. And then it looks like Saturday night into Sunday morning, we have an ice event coming. Much more widespread than the one a couple days ago. I also just got a message from Ed Condon saying he's watching. Ed, gonna make you proud, buddy. Gonna make you proud. We're gonna get a plaque on a park bench in the Palmerton Square Park for Butters, or I'm gonna get arrested for civil disobedience.
Yeah, Renee Ferguson.
After they call the fire company to come cut the chains off of me.
Renee Ferguson and Chris Casby are both kind of on the same plane here, asking, who's bringing bail money? Do we need to have bail money ready?
We might need a GoFundMe. I'm just saying. I'm not backing down from this.
Peter's taking getting put into jail to new levels. Usually it's just Facebook jail.
Please for plaque.
Michael Black, bad ideas don't necessarily mean it won't be a good time.
Oh, it's going to be a good time, my friends. It's going to be unlike any other Palmerton Borough Council meeting they've ever had. Oh, I should also say it's not going to be me going. I worked that night. So if my employer is watching, it is not me creating this or doing this meeting. It will be my brother, Clark. Clark will be doing the presentation, by the way. I should have said that from the get-go. It's not me, Peter, doing it. It's my brother, my twin brother, one of 3 triplets, actually. Clark, who's going to be doing the whole presentation thing. I won't be there at all. I won't be there. Occupied.
Will it be Clark DeBear or Clark De Beers?
It depends on the newspaper. Oh, should we send a press release out?
I think we could.
I think we write a press release. Yep, done. We're doing it. We're writing a press release. I should also make a post on our Facebook and Instagram pages inviting people to come on January 11th. Show up at 6:30, meetings at 7. I wonder if they will activate the Palmerton National Guard and riot gear for the meeting. Block off streets. I know. Are there any buildings to loot in Palmerton? Maybe we'll
Renee
go to a
Ferguson.
repaint pools.
Renee is saying Petra should do it.
Nope. Nope.
Rich, no, I would not suggest drinking at a borough meeting. However, there could be a victory party afterwards.
Drinking. I didn't mention anything about drinking. I will be sober, stone cold sober. Listen to me. If the fucking council takes the plaque and agrees to put it on a goddamn park bench, I will be drunk by midnight. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I will be celebrating. And Ed Condon, I know your time is limited because you work those hours. But you and I will get together. We'll have drinks too in celebrate and in memoriam of Butters. All right, I think that's it. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. We covered the snow. We covered the ice. We covered the fucker of the year rings. We covered this really weird relationship between LehighValleyLive.com and the Eastern PA Weather Consulting. And we covered Operation Butters. Operation Butters is a go. Go, go, go. Maybe I'll put like a Patton-style World War II Army helmet on with 4 stars. Ooh,
You know
ooh,
what?
or a stenciled squirrel outline on the front of it.
There is a good comment here from Troy, something we do need to keep in mind here. They could reschedule if they find too many people are going to show up because of the whole COVID thing.
Listen, if they have to reschedule the meeting because they anticipate too many people and they have to have a special meeting for Butters the squirrel, all the better. If they have to move it to the high school auditorium for a special Butters the squirrel plaque meeting, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Next Tuesday, January 11th, meetings at 7, show up at 6:30, bring signs, not too big, but bring like, cardboard signs, like 2x3 signs or something. Handwrite on there, handwrite, make them look pretty, whatever. If you're a hunter or a trapper and you got squirrel tails, fucking staple squirrel tails to them. I don't care. Butters. Operation Butters is a go. I'll keep you updated, by the way, on the snow that's coming if anything changes, including a very, very special, and we haven't done one in a couple years. We're going to do a nighttime live Weissel road conditions tonight around midnight. Maybe a little earlier. Depends when my relief shows up at work. But I will show you what conditions are like tonight at the onset of the snow, and we'll do it again tomorrow morning as well. So heads up for that. If you're up late tonight, you should be. You shouldn't. You're probably not gonna have to go to school or work tomorrow. Let's do virtual shit, but whatever. Stay up tonight. Get a drink. Get cozy. Get comfortable. Plan your meeting at next Tuesday at the Borough Council meeting. You can make your Butters support signs while you're watching or listening to it. You can be sending out to your email list to all your friends to show up to Palmerton at 6:30 next Tuesday to the Borough Council meeting. Starts at 7. But around midnight-ish tonight, again, depends when my relief shows up. Oh, wait, do I work all night tonight? I might work all night tonight. Now that I think about it, I think I'm on snow duty. Yeah, never mind, disregard that. But tomorrow morning we'll do it. Tomorrow morning for the morning rush, I will be driving in the snow. And I will let you know all the way from upper Luzerne County, Carbon County to Poconos, down to the Lehigh Valley. I will show you road conditions. And you can decide whether I take the turnpike or I take some back shoddy roads. It'll be interesting. But tomorrow morning's Weissel will be a live on the road edition. Road conditions edition. That almost combines itself. I've had a lot of Red Bull this morning, by the way. Red Bull, why the fuck aren't you sponsoring Weissel? If you'd like to sponsor Weissel, you can. Just message us. You can sponsor it for a week. You can sponsor it for a month. You can sponsor it for the whole fucking year, and we'll brand it after you. It'll be What You Can Expect Live, presented by Butters the Squirrel. Okay? I think that's it. Mr. Graham, anything I have missed?
I don't think so. I think
All
we're
right.
good.
I think we'll wrap it up then. We'll keep you updated on the coming snow. We'll keep you updated on changes. And again, tomorrow, I'll give you updates, live updates throughout the night tonight. from up north. And then again, tomorrow morning, we will do a live road conditions YSL, which are always fun and entertaining, and people enjoy those. So we'll do that tomorrow. All right. We good? We're good. Well, I don't know how good you are. I'm not so good. I'm feeling naughty today. Generally, I'm good. Operation Butters, next Tuesday, January 11th. Meet at 6:30. Meeting starts at 7. Got it? All righty then. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. Butters, love you, miss you. And Con, and we'll talk soon. And hopefully I'll see you fuckers in Palmerton next Tuesday, the 11th at 6:30 before we walk in at 7. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. Bye-bye.